Excellent. So yesterday we have discussed about the string and list. Yes. Similarly, if you understood the string and list, then it is very easy for you to understood the tuple, set, and dictionary, because these all are the data types. If you know one, you will be automatically know second one. If you know the string and list, you will automatically be good in this tuple, set, and dictionary. Correct. So these comes under the special types. So now, whenever we are saying tuple are used to store multiple items in a single variable. A tuple is a collection which is order and unchangeable. If I am saying unchangeable means what? Means immutable. What? Immutable. That means after defining the value or items inside the tuple, I cannot change it. So once I will create one tuple, and whenever you are creating the tuple, you can see tuple are always created in this bracket. Can you see the bracket which I'm using over here? If you remember yesterday for list and string, I was using the different the brackets, right? So today we are discussing about the tuples. So whenever we are discussing about the tuples, tuple use the this brackets. I can say square bracket. Correct. And whenever you want to print, you can just say print, so it will print the tuple over here. Just a moment. Let me go here. Let me close my this epic pen, and let me start my epic pen again. Okay, so let me scroll down. Now tuple item, as I told you that tuple item are order unchangeable and allow duplicate values. Tuple item are indexed, and the first item has index 0. You know, whenever you are defining the item inside the string or list or tuples, it will always start with indexing value. What? Indexing value of 0. And whenever we are saying negative index, so negative index means always it will start with a -1. Whenever we are saying order, so when we say that tuples are order, it means that the item have a defined order, and that order will not change. Unchangeable means what? Tuples are unchangeable, meaning that we cannot change, add, or remove the items after the tuple has been created. So once your tuple will be created, you cannot do any changes. Allow duplicates. Since tuples are indexed, they can have items with the same value. That means if you put the same thing or two items inside the tuple, it will allow you to print it. If you want to find out the length of the tuple, you can say length. It will give you the length. That means there are 3 items inside the tuple. But you can say if you want to find out the length, you have to say this tuple is equal to tuple, print the number of items in the tuple, and then you have to define the item, and then you will say this one. Correct. And there are so many things, so let me go here and let me show you practically. Correct. So whenever you are start working with a tuple, you can say this is my tuple. Yes. Or you can see when I say tuple and when I will say this tuple, you can see color is changed, right? What I'm saying that if I will say tuple, you can see it is in blue color. When I will say my tuple, it is in blue color. Then now whatever you are defining here, over here inside the tuple, let's say I'm saying Mobin, and I'm saying Louis, and I'm saying Sujit. So I have to define the 3 items over here. Now if I want to print it, I will say print, and then I will say, can you please print my tuple? And I will say print my tuple. When I will run the program, it will, let me see which kind of output it is giving to me. So you can see now I'm able to print Mobin, I'm able to print Louis, and I'm able to print Sujit. That means what? That means I have created one tuple, and inside the tuple, how many items I put the 3 items. Now if I will go here and if I will put again, if I'll say again I want to put the Mobin, so you can see I type the Mobin 2 times. Now I will run it. You can see here it is printing the Mobin 2 times. That means in tuple duplicate values are allowed. If I will go here and if I will say I want to find out that how many items are there inside that, so this is same for everything, right? Whenever you are saying that I want to find out the length of, and whenever you are, see when, so once you will be good into the coding part, whenever you will start doing the coding, if you are making any mistakes, you will automatically come to know that yes, I am making the mistakes over here. correct? So it will take some time for you people to to go through it. But once you will go through it, and when you will be a good command on this one, so whenever you will make any mistakes, you will automatically come to know, yes, that there is some mistakes. Now here I have put all the strings. Now if I'll go here, let me give the name one by one. This is my tuple number one. Here if I'll go here and if I'll say this is my tuple two, and okay, let me put the whole integer value this time, 1 2 3 4, and done. Then I will say my tuple 3. Then I will say, okay, inside this tuple I have a boolean expression. Let me say true, or let me say true, and let me say false, correct? So what I am saying here, I am saying that whenever you are defining the integer, whenever you are defining the string, whenever you are defining the the true false value like this, and after that whenever I will say, can you print the my tuple 1, so I'm printing my tuple 1, and I will say I want to print my tuple 2, and I want to print my tuple 3, correct? So whenever you are doing the coding, make sure that you have a good habit to do the copy and paste, correct? So you can see here I am printing my string, I am printing my integer, I am printing my boolean value as well. Or if you want to print this all things together, you can also put this all things together. It will not create any kind of issues for you. Similarly, whatever we have discussed in the string and list, I am doing the same thing over here. Out of this all list, if I will go here and if I will say I want to print only one item from this particular tuple, from my tuple 1. So if you want to print only one item, you know very well, yesterday also we did, when I will put one here, when I will run this program, it will only print one. But you can see which thing it is printing over here. Here it is printing the Louis. Why not Mobin? Let me remove this Mobin and let me run the program again. You can see again it is printing the Louis. Why it is printing the Louis? Why not Mobin? Because Louis index is 1, yes, and Mobin index is what? 0. If I'll go here and if I'll put the 0, when I will say print, it will print the Mobin. When I will say index value is 2, when I will say print, it will print the Sujit. So whenever you people are working with the tuple or list or string or whatever, you have to make sure that you will put the correct indexing value. If you will not put the correct indexing value, again it will not give you the correct output. Similarly, you can do for the negative, or you can do for the positive, or anything. Now if you remember, yesterday we have also discussed that in my tuple 1 I have a Louis, and if I want to check that whether this particular Louis word is present in this tuple or not. Yes, I want to check that whatever I'm trying to find out, that is available in this particular tuple or not. So whenever you want to find out something, you will use one condition. We call it if condition. If I'll say if Louis is present in my tuple 1 or not, correct? So I will say, can you please check that whether Louis is available in this tuple or not? So I will go here and I will say, now tell me what I have to print here. Now over in the second line, we are using the if condition. So if it is available, I will say yes. If it is available, then you have to print the message that let me say what we are printing. We are printing the Louis. So I will say Louis is in my tuple 1. Now you can see when I'm writing this one, here it is giving me some suggestion, and also it is giving me some hint over here. Yes, you can see. So here whenever I say print, now that means either I'm not following the syntax correctly. So if you're not following the syntax correctly, when you will go here, when you will hit the enter, you can see now it's look good, correct? Then Louis is in my tuple. So let me run the program. When I'm running the program, here it is giving me the error. You can see which kind of error, invalid syntax. That means whatever you write over here, that is correct, but the syntax which you define, that is not correct. So can anyone tell me where is the issue? Yes. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Whenever you are saying that string, so here I put the string, here also I put the string. Okay, let me put this all things under the string. So if I'm putting this all things under the string, that means this is my one string. Now let me run the program. You can see again it is giving me the message that sorry, whatever the syntax you have written, that is not correct. You know why?
You have to
Excellent.
be,
Yes,
yeah, you
correct.
have to at the beginning.
Correct, correct. So you cannot define the string inside the string. This is very, very important. So what I will say, yes. So this is my one string, and I will say either you can put this thing under the string, or if you'll say just let me know that Louis is present over here or not. So I cannot define the one more string over here. Correct. So if you are defining one string, these entire things will be considered a one string. Now let me run the program. You can see I'm getting the message now that yes, Louis is in my tuple one. So you can see whenever you are saying I want to define the string, you are defining the string between these two quotation mark, right? So you here you cannot use again two quotation mark inside the string. Correct. So this is important, you have to keep in mind this thing. You can use the string only once in either string or list or tuple or dictionary or anywhere. Now here what I said, here I said that I just want to check that whether Louis is available over here or not. For an example, if I want to replace any, or if I want to update my tuple, so if I want to update my tuple, how I will update my tuple? For an example, let me go here and let me create the new program for you. If I'll say x is equal to, so we can take any value of x. Let me say, let me take the string. If I'll say Mobin, and I will say Sujit. Second string, I'm separating all the string items over here with a comma, and I will say Jagdish. I have one variable x and these are the values. Now when I will say y is equal to, if I will say list, you can see when I'm typing the list, if it is inbuilt keyword, you will get it in the blue color, and I will say x. Then if I will say y, the index value of 1, this is my index value of 1, I want to replace this index value 1 with, let me say, Sagar. And then I will say, can you please say x is equal to, for an example, x is equal to tuple y. What do you think? It will give me the any output or not? At least we have to print something, right? So I will say, can you please print the x? Now look at this program perfectly. Here if I will go and if I'll say, can you run the program? You can see here it is saying that name error. That means something which you are not defined. Let me say tuple. Let me run it again. Now you can see I'm getting the Mobin, Sagar and Jagdish. Here I will define Mobin, Sujit and Jagdish. Can you see Sujit is replaced with the Sagar?
Yes.
Yes. Why?
Be, um, because
Listen. Listen,
uh-huh.
this is very x is variable operator. These are the three items which I put, or which these are the three values which I was assigned to the x. Now I said y is equal to list x. That means I'm calling x over here, and I'm saying y. Now this is the index value 0. This is index value.
You put the one inside over there. Oh, okay.
And I'm
Okay.
saying that y index value, because I
It's,
already called the x over here. So I'm saying that
yeah,
replace
yeah,
the
yeah.
index value 1 with the Sagar. So whatever your replacement, you have to put it over here. So I will say Sagar.
Yeah, 0, 1, and the middle one. Yeah.
So I want to replace the Sujit with the Sagar. Then I'm saying x is equal to tuple y. Now what I'm saying that x is equal to tuple y. So if I'm saying x is equal to tuple y and print the x, so it will, what it will do? It will replace the Sujit with the Sagar. That means whenever you are
Which action does tuple do?
sorry.
Which action does tuple do?
So here we perform the x like if you want to change the tuple value, if you want to change the tuple value. So see, whenever I'm saying that if once the tuple is created, so here, so whenever you are creating the tuple and once your tuple is created, you cannot change its value. because tuples are unchangeable or immutable, right?
Okay, okay.
But there is a workaround. You can convert the tuple into the list. So can I say I convert the tuple into the list over here?
Yes, you did.
Yes, and then you can change the list. Correct. So here I said that okay, my this tuple is my list, and now I'm converting, or I'm changing the tuple into the list, and then we are changing the list. So that means what? The list will again become convert into the tuple. So the important point over here is that you cannot do any changes directly over here. If you want to do any changes directly over here, you can do one thing. What you can do? First, convert your tuple into the list, because yes, as we have discussed yesterday, lists are mutable. What? But this tuple is unmutable. So whenever I'm using the word unmutable, means what? Means you cannot change the value directly.
The value.
You
Okay.
cannot change the value directly. So here you can see what I said that okay, I want to update the value. For an example, in this example only, I want to add some value. So if I want to add some value, what I can do? Yes. Or for an example, if it is difficult for you, let me do one thing. Let me say my tuple one. My tuple one is equal to, now let me put some any string. So I will go here and I will say okay, Sujit, and I will
Okay.
say Mobin, and I will say Luis. So I have a 3 items in my tuple, right? Then what I will do? So as I said, tuple is immutable. Agree or not?
Yes.
That means you cannot do any changes directly over here. So what I will do? I will say y is equal to, first I will convert it into what? First I will convert into what? I will convert into
Tuple
list.
one.
Tuple one, right? So I'm converting my tuple into the list. Then I will say okay, now if you want to add something, you will use the inbuilt keyword, that is nothing but the append. What you will use? Append. Append means you are adding, and I will say Jagdish. What I want to append? I want to append the Jagdish. With whom? With the list. What is my list here? List is nothing but the y. Now inside the list I am calling my tuple. Yes.
Okay.
And then I will
Okay.
say my tuple. Then I will say my tuple
Okay.
is equal to, I will say tuple. Now here what you will print? You will not print my tuple, because you are saying my tuple is equal to what? My tuple is equal to x here. My tuple is equal to list here, and my list is nothing but my y, because my I have defined over here. Yes, y is equal to list my tuple 1. So let me go here and let me say my tuple 1 here. Let me run the program. So again, y is equal to list my tuple 1. I'm just checking the, so I'm just checking the spelling. My tuple 1, my tuple 1. Let me run the program. And again, here it is saying y is equal to list my tuple 1. So why it is giving me the error? Y is equal to list my tuple 1.
Then tuple y. So y had to be inside a columns also.
No,
I mean, no.
no. You just check. I said my tuple 1 here. I also said my tuple 1 here. Yes. If it is creating any issue, let me just delete this code, so that it will not call any past things over here. So you can see here I said my list, correct? So inside the my list I said this is my tuple 1, and y dot append. Here also I put the y. Let me run the program again. So again here it is giving me the error in the line number 2. Yes.
Space.
This space, let me
Space after
say,
this.
okay, let me go here and let me say run it again. Anyone can solve this issue?
It's supposed to be in a space right after the y and right after the equal, right? In the y, and the y space equal space list.
Okay.
No?
Like this.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let me say y. Here also let me say y. Here also let me say y. Correct. So maybe capital small mistakes.
Actually, my tuple in code, my tuple one is code underscore y equal to list in bracket my tuple equal one under code.
Okay, so whenever you are
Up,
saying append, right? So whenever here I'm using the append, which is inbuilt function inside the
They
Python,
are
right?
it goes right after with no spaces. It says right there.
Sorry. Here you are saying here.
No. It's
So
there is good. I think there when you put it there, it says you got no spaces between, so it goes right after.
you can see I said tuple is tuple, my tuple one.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So I said tuple. So you can see when you will put your cursor over here, it will give you the message that if there is any error,
Uh-huh.
yes, you can see tuple. Here I said tuple is equal to my, and you can here you can see here it is clearly giving you the message that it's some indentation error. Which kind of error? Indentation error means what? Means whatever you have written over
Unexpected.
here, that is correct. There is no issue. Correct. So let me correct my indentation error and let me say run the program. I'm able to run the program. Yes. Yes or no? I'm not getting the output. Why I'm not getting the output? Because I have not put any print function over here. Yes.
Okay.
Once you will
Okay.
say print function, when you will say my tuple
Couple
one, and
one.
when I will run it, you can see Sujit, Mobin, Louis, and Jagdish. So here I don't have any
Oh,
Jagdish,
okay.
but I
Okay.
added the
Okay.
Jagdish. So you can
So
see
you put it inside the Y, and that is not supposed to be inside. It's supposed to be the
whenever
same line.
whenever you
Okay.
people are working with any of the programming language, C or Java, plus plus
Yeah.
Python, anyone, see,
Uh-huh.
when
Yeah.
you will get
I
this
know.
kind of error, it is very
Uh-huh.
difficult to find out the error, right? Because where you will see here, you will see here, you will see here, you
Uh-huh.
will see here. But actually, when you will put your cursor over here, or when you will run the program, see, for an example, again, if I'll go here and if I'll say, let me just put one space here, I will run it again, you can see which kind of error I'm getting.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. In
Indentation error, right? That
indentation. I
yes,
was trying to pronounce it.
that means
Indentation.
indentation. That means whatever the formatting actually you did, your formatting is not correct. If you'll do the proper formatting, you can easily run the program. So whenever you are getting the error, first look at the error. You are getting the syntax error, you are getting the indentation error, you are getting the zero division error, you are getting the number error, you are getting the name error. Which kind of error actually you are getting? So here what we did, we append the Jagdish, right? Yes or no? Now, if I want to remove something from these items, for an example, if I want to remove Sujit, so what I will do, I will say Sujit, and here instead of append, what I will say, I will first check. If I don't know anything, if I'm fresher, I will say, let me try with the remove. You can see when I type the remove, I'm automatically getting the hint over here. Yes. Yes or no? You can see yes, remove. I will say run the program. Now it remove the Sujit from my tuple. Yes or no? Yes or no? If I will go here and if I will say, okay, this is my tuple which I have created over here, and I will say, let me delete the tuple. So I will say del stands for delete. You can see I will say del stands for delete, and then I will say my tuple. I will automatically get it over here, and I will say, can you run the program? You can see now again here it is saying that this is
My
the
program can't be
name
fine.
error, my tuple one, my tuple one, and here
It's
also I
not
said
fine.
my tuple one. Yes. Can anyone tell me why it is raising the error?
Oh, let me see. Um,
Simple logic. Yes, you know why? Because can anyone answer this question? Excellent. The tuple one is no more exist. Tuple one is not available over here. You can see here I already deleted the my tuple. Yes. Yes or no? So
it's not there
for
anymore.
yes. So first this line will be executed.
You
Then
did
this
it
line
and
will
then
be
delete it.
executed. Then this
And
line
then
will be
delete it.
executed. So you already
Mm.
deleted your tuple, and now you people are saying that I want to print my tuple. So if something is already deleted, how it will
Mhm.
print it? It will not print it, right? Yes or no? So, you
Yeah.
know, the same thing, like if you'll go with the list or anything, you will get the same thing over here. So let me also go through the theory part. So it will be more clear too, because I'm using the different example here and I'm using the different example here. So you will get so many example. Now tuple constructor, it is also possible to use the tuple constructor to make a tuple. That means you can just create the tuple, access the tuple items. So whenever you want to access the tuple item, you have to always remember the first item has index value of what? Index value of 0. Correct? When I will say this tuple 1, it will print the whatever the index value. If you'll say negative index, then it will print the cherry, because it will start from the right hand side. Check if the item is present or not. So we have seen, right, if this item is present or not, you have to check. So if you can check tuple update whenever you want to update the tuple. So see, tuples are unchangeable, meaning that you cannot change, add or remove the items once the tuple is created. But once the tuple is created, you cannot change its item. So tuple is so, but you can do one thing, you can convert the tuple into list, change the list, and convert the list back to the tuple. Correct? So if you're not doing anything directly, here it is showing you indirect or another way through which you can, that means inside the tuple you can add the list. If you want to add the item, you can say append. If you want to remove the item, you can use the inbuilt keyword, that is nothing but the remove. Whenever you will say I want to unpack the tuple, unpacking means what? When we create a tuple, we normally assign the value to it. This is called the packing a value. Packing a tuple means you are just putting the value, you are printing it, you will get whatever the output you have. Correct? If I'll say unpacking means what? You can see here I said fruits, 3 fruits, green, yellow, red is equal to fruits. Print green, print yellow, print red. So it will print all the 3 fruits in the different line. Yes, that means you are not printing this all together. If I will not put this one, then it will print all this together. So this is very simple. This is unpacking, right? Now, anyone know what do you mean by this one?
Asterisk.
This is important. This is not only important in tuple, but it is important everywhere. Yes, you can see if the number of variable is less than the number of values, you can add asterisk to the variable name and the values will be assigned to variable as a list. So here for an example, you can see assign the rest of the values as a list called the red. So apple, banana, cherry, strawberry, raspberry pi, then I said is equal to fruit, and here you can see I put the asterisk sign over here. Yes, so when I put the asterisk sign, when I say print green, print yellow, print red, so what actually it is printing, you can say it is printing apple, it is printing banana. Yes or no? And it is printing cherry, strawberry, and raspberry pi together. You know why? Because as we have seen over here, that if the number of variable is less than the number of values, if your number of variable is less than the number of values, so how many values I have? I have
You have
6
five.
values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 values. And if I'll say variable, means green, yellow, and red are 3 variable. So variable are 3 and the values inside the tuple are how many? 5. Yes or no? So can I say that variable is less than value? Yes. If your variable is less than value, so whenever you will put the asterisk sign over here, it will print whatever the other remaining values you have inside the tuple. Correct? So if so, here actually what happens here, your asterisk is added. If the asterisk is added to another variable name, then the last the Python will assign the values to the variable until the number of values left matches. That means it will print all the values. Same example I have given also here. You can see when I will put my asterisk value over here. So I said green means it will print the apple. Then I will say tropic. So you can see in the tropic it is printing mango, papaya, and pineapple. Yes, and then I said my third variable red. So at the plus of red, it will print the cherry. That means wherever you will put the asterisk, it will print the all the remaining value. Now looping. Can I use the looping statement inside the, so here Mobin, here what I'm saying, this is print green which I'm printing over here. Yes, so this green belongs to apple, so it will print the apple. I put this string sign here, and remember that I'm printing the topic here, and again I'm printing one more thing over here. This is the red. correct? So here you can see I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 values here, and I have a 3 variable 1, 2, and 3. So variable is less than values. Agree? Done. Now, whenever you have this kind of situation, whenever you will say print green, it will print apple. Whenever I'll say tropic, it will print mango, papaya, and pineapple. Why? Because cherry is already for red, and I'm printing the red over here. So in short, this topic has to cover these 3 fruit name. Why? Because I put the asterisk signature over here. So whenever you will put the asterisk, it will see, it is very intelligent language, right? It already know that there are total 5 values inside the fruit, and these are the 3 variables. So at the second number I have to cover the 3 values from this particular items. So it is printing the 3 values over here. If I'll put the asterisk at the green position, then what it will do, it will print this for this 3 first, and then it will print the letter 1 separately. It will print the pineapple and cherry. Now for loop, this is important. If I will go here and if I will say for an example, right? So whenever we people are talking about the for loop, while loop, do while loop, nested while loop, correct? So these are very important. Whenever I will say my tuple, and I will say, okay, inside the tuple, I'm saying I want to put the Mobin name 1. I will say Sujit name 2, and I will say Jagdish name 3. Sounds good. 3 values I have assigned to my tuple. Now whenever you are saying for loop, it will say the for x in my tuple, for x in my tuple, and I will say print the x. I will run the program. Whenever I will run the program, so here it is saying x in the my tuple. Okay, so whenever you're using the for loop, you have to use this thing, and whenever you're using this one, again you have to change your indentation correctly. So my tuple Mobin Sujit Jagdish. Now again here it is giving me the error, right? So what is the error over here? My tuple is equal to 3 variable. Now Mobin, Sujit, and Jagdish. So you can see what actually happens over here. Let me go here and let me say online GDB compiler, correct? So whenever you are fresher or if you're starting from the very scratch, it is very good for you to go line by line, correct? So when I will go here, I will say, okay, put my this code here. I am using the Python language here, and now you can see we don't have any output over debug. Now you have to focus on the right hands. When I said I want to debug this one, you can see my debug is on line number 1. Agree? Yes. When I will say step over, now it is where it is on the line number 2. Yes.
I know.
Now you can see in my tuple I am getting the 3 value. When I will say step over, it will print the x. What is the value of x? Mobin. From where it took the value of x? My tuple. Agree? Agree? When I will say step over, again you can see go to the for loop. Yes. Now it will take the second value from my tuple. I will say print x. Now it will print what? It will print the Sujit. Again I will say print it, so it will go to the for loop will again run, and when I will say print it, now this time it will print what? It will print Jagdish. So how many times my for loop executed over here? 3 times. First time for Mobin, second time for Sujit, third time for Jagdish. This is nothing but the meaning of for loop. It will run again and again and again and again until and unless your values inside the tuple will not be finished. Got it?
But does it finish anytime, or just until the values get down?
So if I will go here for an example, and if I'll say let me add stop the program, so for that I have to stop it. If I want to do any changes, I will go here, and if I'll say okay, let me put one more string Sagar. Yes, if I'll say Sagar, let me put one more string over here. Let me say Alex. So how many values inside our tuple? 5.
You have 5 right now.
Now this for loop will execute 5 times. How many times?
5.
5 times. So when I will say run, it will give me all the 5 values, right? Here I will not come to know that how the for loop is executed. When I will say debug, okay, Step
We'll
over
go one at a time. Okay.
1, Mobin will print. Now you can see here my value is changing. Sujit is printed, Jagdish is printed, Sagar is printed, and Alex is printed. Correct. So here my for loop is executed how many times? My for loop is executed 5 times. So it depends that how many values you have inside your tuple. If it is a multiple value, it will run into multiple time. Now here we have a how many tuples? We have only one tuple, right? My tuple. If I will go here and if I'll say this is my tuple 1, and I will say I have one more tuple, that is nothing but the my tuple 2. And inside the my tuple 2, if I will say this time I don't have a string, I have a number 1, 2, 3. And when I will say I want to join tuple 1 and tuple 2, so what I will do, I will say my tuple 3 is equal to my tuple 1 plus my tuple 2. And then I will say, can you please print my, what I have to print here? Come on, my tuple 3. And I will say, can you run it? Mobin, Sujit, Jagdish, 1, 2, 3. Can I say here I join two tuple together? Yes or no? Yes. Yes or no? You can see I have a 3 tuple total. Tuple 1 contains the string, tuple 2 contains the integer, and tuple 3 contains the addition of tuple 1 and tuple 2. Yes. Makes sense, right? Yes or no? Yes. Correct. So if you want to,
So the number and the number is hold on. The
sorry.
number is just for ID,
Yeah.
the tuple that you're doing, or is supposed to be increasing one at a time, 1, 2, 3, and that and so
No,
on.
it will be idle. Why? Because I'm just saying that this tuple value contains 1, 2, 3. So whatever the value you will assign to your tuple, it will print the same thing.
Okay.
Got it? Now, whatever we have discussed so far, this is all about the tuple. I put everything over here. Correct. You can see the join the two tuple, or if you want to do the multiplication, you can do the multiplication. And these are the tuple methods. These are the default tuple methods. You can use the count, or you can use the indexing value and anything. Now, string, list, and tuple. Now, similar to the data types, we have one more data type that is nothing but the set. What is this? Set. Set are used to store the multiple items in a single variable. Same like our tuple. Correct. So a set is a collection which is unordered, unchangeable, and unindexed. That means immutable. Tuple, immutable. Set, immutable. These are inter equations. List are mutable. So whenever I'm saying mutable, unmutable means so you cannot do anything. Correct. Unchangeable means immutable. You cannot do any changes over here. And you can see duplicates are not allowed. Can you see? If you remember in the tuple, duplicates are allowed. Yes or no?
Yes.
Just before we have seen, right? What we have seen that if you are working with the tuples, if you put the duplicate value over here, no problem. It will print the duplicate value. When I will say print mobin, it will print the 2 times mobin. Yes or no? Yes. But for an example, if I go here and if I say I want to create my set, and I will say, okay, so whenever you are working with the set, you will use this curly bracket. Which bracket? Curly bracket. So I said mobin. Again, I will say Sujit, and again I will say Mobin. So Mobin is 2 times. Yes or no? And I will say print and my set. Let me run the program. It is printing only Sujit and Mobin. Yes.
Okay. Once. Okay.
Got it, right? Yes, remaining all things are changed. Same, but you can see duplicates are not allowed in the set. On the other end, duplicate values are allowed in the tuple. Duplicates value are allowed in the list as well. If you want to find out the length of the set, you will say length, inbuilt keyword. If you say data types, that means you can print all together. You can say number or string or boolean, or if you want to combine these all things, you can also combine these all things. If you want to change the item, or if you want to,
you can have variables inside that.
yes.
Okay.
Whenever you are saying, if I want to add something, so here you can see, if you remember in the tuple, if I want to add something, which keyword we used instead of add? In tuple, if I want to add anything into existing tuple, we use append, if you remember. Yes, but whenever you are working with a set, you cannot use the append method. Instead of append method, what you have to use? You have to use the add method. Correct. So when you will say add, it will add. If you want to update something, it will update. Yes, if you want to add any literable means what? Means if I'll go here and if I'll say, you can say this one, apple, banana, cherry, kiwi, and orange, this set is going to update my list. So when I will say update my list, so your existing items are already there, but these two items are added, yes or no? Updated, yes or no? Correct.
Okay.
So what is the difference between this update and this add? You can see here also I said update, but here I said add, yes or no?
Yeah, it says that.
Yes. So here when I said add, apple, banana, cherry, and orange. So you can see cherry, orange, apple, and banana. Okay. When I will say, so to add the set items from another set into the current set, the update method will be used. That means here you're not focused. Here, what is the name of my?
It doesn't matter where the orange is put that
No,
because you're
no,
adding after.
no, no. What is the name of this set? You can see what is the name of my set? This set. Here, what is name of my set? This set. When I am adding the value, yes. Yes.
But you adding after you put the first three. That's what I'm asking you.
When I'm saying I want to update. So if you want to update means what? You can see this time my both sets name are different. Can you see? This set and tropical. When I'm saying I want to add, I'm adding the value. If my set number name is my set, and here also I will say my set. When you are adding the value, but when I will say I want to update the value, you can see I am updating the value. So I have a two sets and add element from a topical into. So I'm adding the element from here to here. Yes. Yes or no? Yes. And what actually I'm printing? What I'm printing?
I know, but why? If you are adding it, it's moving the variables from the
Tropical to this set. This set.
Yeah, because it says apple. Let's say it's supposed to say I think it's supposed to say apple, banana, cherry, pineapple, mango, papaya, and then it changes inside when you print it. So they're not like in a row. You're adding it, but
okay.
you know what I
So
mean?
okay. Yes. So you are saying apple.
Yeah.
So it has to print banana, but it is printing the mango, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
So whenever you people are working with the set will print any value in unordered way.
Okay.
It will be not in the order. Once you know when you will run it again, the mango will be replaced with the papaya. When you will run it again, the papaya will be replaced with the cherry. So sets supports the unordered execution. So whenever you will execute the program, it will print the output in the unordered way. It is not like your list or string that you will get the output in the same, the name, whatever the name you have defined. Correct. So here also you can see when I'm saying update this one. So apple, banana. Now this time it is printing the banana first and then cherry and then apple, then orange, then kiwi and so on. Yes. So this is unordered way. If you want to remove it, you can just use the keyword remove. If the item has to remove does not exist, remove will raise an error. So if item is not there, it will remove the error. If you say discard, you can see if I'm saying discard, remove banana by using the discard method. So if you want to remove something, you can use discard method, or if you want to remove something, you can use the remove method. Two methods are available. One is nothing but the remove.
What is the difference?
Both are same. There are, see, in the set, there are two methods are available. If you want to remove the element from the set, either you can go with the remove method or you can go with the discard method. So this is also nothing but one method, and remove is also nothing but one method. Discard means you don't want it simply, right? Correct. But you know, if the items to remove does not exist, simply it will generate the error. Like, you know, you delete the tuple and tuple it not exist, so it will simply create the error. If you want to clear the everything, if you want to clear your entire set, you will use which method? You will use the clear method. Once you will say clear my set, So it will clear your entire set and you will get the null value inside your set. So these all are same thing. Yes, if you want to go with the for loop, you can go with the for loop. So similarly, you know, the same for loop we used in our tuple, same for loop I'm using over here. Now if you want to join the two sets, correct? So I have a set number 1, set number 2, set number 3 is equal to set 1 dot union set 2. Got it? Which method I'm using over here? Okay, so here, which method we have used here, you can see here. We used my tuple 1 is my tuple 3 is equal to my tuple 1 plus my tuple 2. Yes or no? Agree or not? So here
Yes.
what we have used, we use the plus sign whenever I'm saying I want to add the two tuple. Agree? Yes or no? But if I will
Yes.
say I want to join the set, here I'm not talking about the tuple, I'm talking about the set. So if I will go here and if I will say, okay, let me create my set number 1. I will say my set number 1 is nothing but, for an example, Mobin, and I will say Sujit, and I will say Sagar. Done. This is my set 1. Then I will say set 2. So whenever you will say set 2 is equal to, if I will say, let me put the number 1, 2, and 3. Now what I want to do, I want to combine set 1 and set 2 together. So if I want to combine the set 1 and set 2 together, I will first define my set 1 dot. Now you can see, even if I don't know, you can use this old inbit method. Can you see union, update, symmetric difference, pop, set, join, disjoin, discard, remove? Yes. So I will use the union over here. What? I will say union. Union means you are combining. You are combining the set 1 with set 2 and you are storing both set 1 plus set 2 into set number 3. So I will go here and I will say print set 3 and I will say run the program. Let me see. I'm getting everything. You can see again it is not in the order. Yes, but I'm getting my set 1 and set 2 together and I've stored my set 1 plus set 2 inside the set 3. Instead of this plus sign, instead of this addition sign, which method I'm using over here?
Union.
Excellent. We are using the union method. Correct. So there is some difference between the inbuilt methods which are available in the tuple and in the set. Correct. So this is the difference between the two data types which we are using over here. Key keep only the duplicates. If you say I just want the duplicates value over here, it will only be, say a duplicate. So these are some methods. There are more than 100 methods are available. You can see add, clear, copy, difference, update, discard, and is disjoint and subset, uppercase, lowercase, pop, remove. So these all things are same. Correct. So once you will be do more and more practice, it will be very easy for you. Now dictionary. Dictionary is again same like your list. Can you see when I'm saying I'm dictionary, you can see my this the bracket is same. Yes, can you see the bracket sign?
Mhm.
Yes or no? Yes, I'm able to see the bracket sign is same for my list and for my set and for my dictionary. So create and print the dictionary. So whenever you are saying that I want to create the dictionary first, so what I will do, I will go here and I will say, can you please create one dictionary for me? So I will say this is my dictionary, correct, is equal to. Now whenever you will say you want to print the, or you want to create the dictionary, I will start by using this particular bracket. Then I will say, okay, let me say the name of the person is what? The name of the person is Mobin. So I have defined one name. Agree? Okay. Let me say the age of Mobin is what? So if I'm saying age means it can be any number. What do you think? Yes or no? I will say
Mhm.
okay, 28. Then I will say I don't know where the Mobin is living. So I will say city of
City.
Mobin. If I'll say he is in Toronto, and done.
Okay.
Now you can see I've defined name, I've defined city, I've defined age, three things I've defined over here. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes.
I continue.
Then I will go here and I will complete my dictionary. And then I
Okay.
will say, I want to print this dictionary over here. So which dictionary you want to print? You want to print
My
my
dick.
dictionary. Now you
Uh-huh.
can see I'm not doing anything. I'm just running my program.
Uh-huh.
You can see I'm getting which error?
Uh-huh.
I'm getting the
Syntax
syntax
error.
error. So now,
Uh-huh.
whenever you are getting the syntax error on the line number 28, so here at age, I am getting the syntax error. Yes.
It's not inside the uh the the commas or what's the name? How do you say that in English?
Yes. Okay. Let me go here for an example. And if I say, let me check that there is any syntax error like this or not, let me run it again. Again, it is giving me the error. Yes.
The 28 is not inside
So this one.
yeah.
Okay. So let me go here and let me say age 28. Can I run now? You can see. Again, it is saying that this is not a valid syntax. You know what? I know what. Let me tell you. When I will say item 1, when I will say item 2, and let me run it now. I'm getting correctly correct. So whenever you are defining the multiple items inside the dictionary,
You have to put the comma on it.
okay. So just a moment. So whenever you are defining the multiple items inside the dictionary, you have to separate all with the comma. Got it?
Uh-huh.
Makes sense, right? See, if I will not put the comma, it will not give me the correct output. Yes. Yes or no?
Mm-hmm.
So what you people are thinking, okay, there is some issue with the space, there is some issue with the double quotation, there is some issue with the colon, there is some issue with no. Just 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 look at whatever you've written and just look at it carefully. Correct. So how you will come to know that, okay, how I come to know that I missed the comma? Because when I'm looking at my dictionary, I was thinking why it is giving me the error. Okay, so is something is missing over here? Yes, something. That means if you miss the comma also, it is the part of your syntax error. Yes or no? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For an example, if I'll go here and if I'll say capital M, now definitely it will give me the error. Yes. Can anyone tell me which kind of error I will get? You can know. You know.
Cap sensitive.
No, what actually the error name in any programming language?
Oh, I don't
Okay,
know.
see, but actually you're not able to see it. You can see I put the wrong name here. Yes, name error. Yes, because my dix is not same as this my dictionary. Yes, so here it is giving me the name error because whatever the name I am printing over here, that is
Well,
not correct. Yes or no?
because you said they're case sensitive. If it's
Yes,
a
Python,
cap
Python
capital
itself or
or
small.
okay. Yeah.
Python itself is a case sensitive.
Okay.
Python language itself is a case sensitive. But you can see the
Okay.
good thing about the dictionary. Yes, the name is Mobin, the age is 28, and city is Toronto. Everything is coming in the sequence. Yes, in the order
Okay.
fashion. Yes,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
yes, it is not like you're set. Correct. So see, right now you are only learning the Python. So it may be possible that you people are not able to, put this all things together. But when you will see, to be honest, you cannot do anything without Python. You cannot perform good in the cloud. You cannot perform good in the automation. So right now we are doing the small program, right? But when you will do this the same thing at the higher level, at that time you will realize that, wow, why I'm getting this error, why I'm getting the name error, why I'm getting the syntax error, why I'm
Mhm.
getting the zero value
Uh-huh.
error. Correct. So
Uh-huh.
this is in short, this is very, very important whenever you're doing the programming.
Well, the debugger will help you out a lot to find out
Yes,
because if the
yes,
colors
yes,
change when once you got it
yes.
right.
Yes. So initially when I started learning the coding, every time I was using the debugging, right? But now, once you are familiar with this any programming language, you will just avoid to go with the debugging every time, right? Because debug will take more time. Correct. So
Okay.
fine, you can go with, you can see changeable means dictionaries are changeable means mutable. What?
Mm-hmm.
Mutable means what? Changeable. Duplicates not allowed. correct? Duplicates will you overwrite the existing. So here you can see brand, model, year. So can you see I put the year 2 times? Yes.
Uh-huh.
It printing the year only 1 time. Yes.
Yes.
Yes or no? So the question is why it is not printing 1964? Why it is printing 2020? Yes or no? Correct.
Mm,
No worry, you will get it. Correct. Now here you can
mm,
see string, integer, boolean, and list at a time. So can I say this is my string? Yes. Can I say false is boolean? Yes. Can I say here is integer? Yes. Yes or no? And can I say this
yes.
color is entire my list? Now, if I will say what is list, you have to answer my question, right? Because we have discussed about the list. Can I say this is string? Yes. Can I say this is boolean? Yes. Can I say this is integer? Yes.
Figure
Can I say this is list? Obviously,
list.
yes. Why not? Because
Yes.
whenever you're saying list will be different like this. Yes.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
here, the values in dictionary item can be of any data type.
Anytime.
Makes sense, right? Any data
Uh-huh.
type. It doesn't care. Whatever you are printing the integer, you are printing the string, you are printing the binary, hexadecimal, octal, or true or false, or list, or anything. You can call everything at the same time. Now if you want to, if you're looking for a specific thing, you can say x is equal to this dictionary, only show me the model. So what is the model name is nothing but the Mustang, so it will only print the Mustang. If I'll say you can see this dictionary get the model, so you can see get the value of the model key. So here also either you can go with this
I'm print
method,
this. Okay. Okay.
you can go with this
Okay.
dictionary way, or you can go with the get method as well. So get method means what? Whenever you have so many things, it will get that particular things for you. Get items, correct? So the get
Okay.
item, you can go with the items method, will return the item in the dictionary, a tuple in the list, right? So here you can see you can go with item as well. So when you will say okay, this dictionary item, so it will print all the items in the perfect way. Brand is Ford, model is Mustang, and year is 1964. So these are the inbuilt methods. If you want to change the value, you can say okay, instead of 1964, what I want to print, 2018, correct? So here instead of 1964, I want to print the 2018, so it will print the 2000. That means if you want to change the year, you can change the year. If you want to add the item, here you can see you are saying color is equal to red. So now you can see in tuple we use the append, in set we use the add, but whenever we are talking about the dictionary, you can see in the dictionary what you are using. You are saying that brand is Ford, model is this one, year is 1964. Now I want to add one more thing. What you want to add? You want to add the color. Color is equal to one. Color is nothing but the red. So when you will say this dictionary add the color is equal to red, it will add one more items inside the. Or if you want to remove, you can say pop. Pop means you know, right? Push and pop. Pushing means you are adding, pop means you are removing. So if you want to remove the model, you can just use the pop, correct? More than 20 programs I have uploaded on the drive. So if you'll do the practice, you will be more familiar with this one. Whenever you will,
Hey,
whenever anyone will give you any of this kind of script, whenever you will say okay, if I'll give you the scripts and if I'll say can you just let me know if there is any error or not, or if I will not consider this one, if I'll say for x in this dictionary, can you check what is the error over here or not? So when you will read this line, you will automatically come to know that what actually I'm doing. I'm saying that I want to print all the key names in this particular dictionary. Key name means what? These are my key name, correct? So if I want to print the key name, I will say for x, value of x, because I'm printing the x here. For x in this dictionary, that means can you please print the key name over here. So key name means your main name, correct? So brand is my main name. Brand can be anything. It can be Ford, it can be Toyota, it can be anything. Model can be anything, year can be anything, but this brand, model, and year are the fixed. These are my key value. If you want to copy, you can simply copy. You can use the copy inbuilt method. So whenever I'm saying whatever the things you are able to see in this PDF as a red color, these are the inbuilt method. Inbuilt means it is already there. Nested means if you want to combine, you can combine, correct? And so these are the methods. Clear, copy, and there are so many other methods also. When you Google it, you will get so many methods. I put only few over here, correct? So I will not take much time here. Let me just test what you have learned. Okay, now look at this one and tell me the answer quickly. Which of the following can be used to initialize a multi-line string? We have discussed.
Multi-line string, angular brackets.
Double quotes, triple quotes, angular brackets, square brackets. We did.
Triple quotes.
Excellent. Let me go and let me check the answer. Now, which of the following give the length of the string? This is tricky and interesting as well. I need answer. Which of the following will give the length of a string? If you're a string and if you want to find out the length, what you will use? Everything looks correct. Everything looks correct, right? First one is correct, second one is correct, third is correct, fourth is correct. Obviously, second one is not correct, right? What will be the answer?
Yeah.
Answer is
C.
D.
D.
Length and
Length.
string.
Length.
Whenever you are saying I want to find out something, you will always use the len command in the starting, length command. I will also give you the hint that how you will come to know that why the length len is common for list or tuple or dictionary or string or whatever. Now this is also important. How to slice a string from second element all the way to end? I need the answer.
From the second element all the way to the end.
First read the question 2 times. How to slice a string from the second element all the way to end?
C, option C.
No, option B, I think.
Okay. Anyone want to say option D?
Yeah, B, B. Yeah, B. Correct.
Anyone want to say option D?
B, B.
Okay, so someone is saying B for
B,
banana, A
B,
for apple. Someone is saying
banana.
C. Yes.
Banana.
So, okay, anyone is saying D?
No, not me. I'm not sure about that.
You can see the correct answer is B. Why? Because how to slice a string from second element. So you can see whenever I'm saying second element, if I'll say one double colon means I don't want to consider the first and I want to consider everything from the second. Yes, second element all the way to end. Yes. Yes. Now, which of the following is not using a slicing step? Okay. Which is not correct in terms of slicing? Come on.
B and C.
Oh, only one answer is correct.
No, both are same.
Both
Oh,
are
really?
the same. Yeah.
So you are saying B? That means here there are more probability that your answer will be correct because you have only 3 ABC, right? Okay, let me check what is the answer. D is correct. Which of the following is not using the slicing step? Yes, you cannot do the slicing like this. Whenever I'm saying slicing means what? Means generally we are doing the slicing between the starting point and ending point. So here if I'm saying slicing means I'm saying that double colon and 3 means I have to consider only 0, 1, 2 or only 0, 1 or 1, 2 or what. So option D is the correct answer. Which of the following string method can be using a search for a substring with the given string? Okay, now look at this option.
To search the substring with a given.
Oh, sorry, replace.
D,
Find
D,
all.
D.
D,
D.
find. Okay, D. Okay, now a list can be initialized using which of the following syntax? Very easy answer.
A string. A what? A
List can be initialized.
Oh, the bracket.
Excellent. Which bracket?
The C. Let them see
Excellent.
or whatever.
C. Let me go with this one. Which of the following type can be used to store key value pairs? Now this is interesting.
Key value pairs.
Yeah, what you people are thinking here? We discussed many things. Tell me, list, dictionary, set, or map. Dictionary will allow everything just before we have seen, just before 5 minutes. Which of the following will reverse the sort order?
LST dot sort.
Yes, you are thinking. Why you are thinking? Because you have not did the coding. If you do the coding, you can say yes. Reverse is equal to true. False will never be the answer. First will be never be the answer. Now you have to only think about the B and D. Correct. So when you people are thinking about the B and D, so you can see clearly in the D that it mentioned the reverse, and in the B it mentioned the short. Yes.
Okay.
So this is a good way to find out the correct answer within some time. We can create a tuple from a list, true or false. Just before we have discussed, before 10 minutes we have discussed, we can create a tuple from a list, yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Obviously, yeah. I said tuple. Okay, immutable, convert the tuple into the list and again convert the list into the tuple, yes or no? So you can create the tuple from the list. Obviously, in the last step we did it. Which of the following will delete an element in the dictionary?
Remove. Oh, delete.
Del keyword. You just have to use the del
Yeah,
keyword.
del.
Fine. So thank you so much. I took more time today, but it is fine. Whatever the time we spent in my fan, in my laptop, sorry, fan, we
I send you the link.
thank you so
You got
much.
it on your WhatsApp. Yeah, check it out.
Thank you. Thank you.